Hi, I am Benjamin. I am at my first year of junior high at Instituto México Canadiense Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a very important topic, so listen up. My topic is mental health in adolescents. My hypothesis is society measures to promote adolescent mental health and prevent their acquired mental illnesses are insufficient. First off, what is mental health? According to the World Health Organization, mental health consists of five things: knowing your own potential, dealing with normal stress, being productive, applying the law of harvest, and applying the seventh level of the seven conscious levels, which is service. Second, we need to know what is an adolescent. Since this is the subject of study, the World Health Organization defines adolescence as a period of human growth and development that occurs after childhood and before adulthood, between 10 and 19 years. It is one of the most important transitional stages because it's also where puberty begins. Adolescence is a crucial period for the development and maintenance of social and emotional habits important for mental well-being, such as adopting mental health sleep patterns, exercising regularly, developing skills to maintain interpersonal relationships. So, what are the most important mental health problems in adolescents? According to a study, the top five mental health problems are anxiety disorders, depression, behavioral problems, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, other less frequent, psychosis, substance abuse, and eating patterns. Depression and anxiety disorders are more common in the female population. Women are more likely to be diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, or anxiety disorders. Understanding these differences will be necessary to improve prevention and treatment. Boys experience more problems with anger, engage in high-risk behaviors, and commit suicide more frequently than girls. They also tend to suffer more from hyperactivity, early onset schizophrenia, and autism. These three being the most common mental illnesses they face, nevertheless, they are also prone to depression and anxiety. The United Nations in 1945 agreed on creating an organization dedicated to worldwide mental health. The World Health Organization decided on April 7, 1948, to create a day where people would become conscious of mental health. This day is now celebrated the 10th of October, which is officially now known as World Wild Mental Health Day. 1 billion people, which means 1 in 6 people in the world, live with a mental disorder, and one person commits suicide every 40 seconds. And now billions of people around the world have been affected by this pandemic, which is having additional repercussions on people's mental health. In the Mexican survey done on teens mental health in Mexico City, it was reported that 10.5% of teens between the ages of 12 and 17 present severe depression, dysthymia, and bipolar disorder. 1 in 6 adolescents have a mental disorder, half of mental disorders being at age of 14 or elder, but in most cases they are not detected or treated. Depression is one of the leading causes of suicide, which is the third leading cause of death for adolescents between 15 and 19. If we fail to address adolescent mental disorder, the consequence will be extended into adulthood, affecting physical and mental health and limiting opportunities for a social and satisfying life. However, one quarter of the people around the world have access to quality mental health services. In low and middle income countries like Mexico, that 75% of people with mental neurological, and substance use disorders receive no treatment for their condition at all. In Peru, a study was carried out on the knowledge of parents about depression. The sample consisted of 257 parents of children who study at state educational centers. The parents present a deficit level of knowledge about the manifestation of depression in adolescents. At an international level, a number of legal instruments and agreements have been established to promote adolescent health and development, including the Convention on the Rights of Children and Convention of the Rights of Handicapped People. But have you any heard of any of these programs? The World Health Organization and its partners have developed the 4S framework agreement, which will increase access to services and reduce the stigma attached to the mental disorders. These are: first is strategic information. No, second is supportive evidence, informed policies. Third is service and commodities. Fourth is strengthening other sectors. And again, have you ever heard of any of these programs? Violence is a mental health issue that requires the effort of the entire society. However, health experts could prevent the negative effect of this phenomenon with psychological therapy. But most healthcare providers do not see the prevention as their primary responsibility because they think the government and other sectors are responsible. Public health in authorities and health experts need to be leaders in this matter, even if they do not have the necessary financial resources within the health sector to carry out the programs. If they don't have the money least at least they could volunteer their time and knowledge. But how many psychologists and psychiatrists do you know that will help you for free or the government will pay them for those services? In the last 15 years, there has been considerable effort to develop early detection techniques for people at high clinical risks, developing mental illnesses and early intervention to prevent or delay the progression to full illnesses. Well, I have never heard of any of these organizations before until I researched this project, and probably none of you have never heard of this before. There are so many people with mental issues, and we don't know this. I think that the first people that should help are our parents, family, teachers, and our religious leaders. They should be the ones closest to us and should know us better. At the end of this day, I want you to go home and think about your kids, your nieces, your students, or any adolescents you know. We're someone who somebody loves. And yet, when it comes to talking about mental illnesses, nobody really cares enough to give it the importance it deserves. Let's make a difference. Don't criticize the kid. Try to understand him. Educate yourself about signs and symptoms. Don't let that kid be a statistic. Let's talk mental health. Thank you. Here are all my resources. Thank you for all and see you next Pechacucha. Hi, my name is Benjamin. I'm in my first year of junior high at Mexico. Hi, my name is Benjamin. I am at my first year of junior high at Mexi- Instituto México Canadiense Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Ay, no, la cajita bien fea.